on YouTube. We are live on YouTube, so tell your aunties, your uncles, your judges, grandparents, tell them to watch you on YouTube. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Mwebembezi Joshua, and I am a medical doctor, graphics designer, software engineer. What else? Yes. So, and as WiTU, I am a graphics design facilitator. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tadia Katumwehe. I am a program officer at WiTU Mbarara branch. I love money, so I facilitate entrepreneurship skills. You're very welcome. Looking forward to learning with you today and tomorrow.
Yes, good morning, everyone. My name is Shamim Birunji. I work with WiTU and I facilitate basic ICT. You're most welcome.
I introduced myself already, but just to repeat, I'm Divine Frances Asalo, job placement lead in charge of work readiness to get young people ready for the opportunities in the economy. Have you finished?
Good morning. My name is Josephine Vonka, and I'm an aunt.
I felt my voice was dying. How are you? Why are you sad? They should give us breakfast, I think. Shamim, I saw you in charge. Please make sure people. Okay. Hi. My name is Maria Gloria Nachirega. I saw my clanmates somewhere. Yeah. We are from the Mvubu clan back home. So the Hippopotamus clan. Yes, I work with women in technology under the High Innovator program. We give people money. As long as you have a business that is registered and you are willing to learn with it, we get you money. So I'm your go-to person, So yeah.
Thank you so much, Tim. I believe now we know the faces at WiTU, right? Okay, so now that we are done with the introductions, we are going to have opening remarks from Divine. She already introduced herself. You know, she's the lead of the 10X program, the job readiness program, and she's going to be telling us more about it and the bootcamp itself, what you are going to get from here and how you know you're going to face the job world. I will ask us to, give her a round of applause as she comes. You guys don't have energy. Tea is coming. All right.
Thank you so much, Sumaya. Thank you guys for the hand clap. I know we haven't had breakfast, so it's a lot to ask for us to be lively. I'm going to make this short because we are running a little behind time. And I want us to get to the gist of why we came here today. So the program under which we are operating, this work readiness workshop, is being conducted under a broader program called the 10X program that WiTU is implementing in partnership with Outbox Limited. So Outbox Limited is a hub that supports businesses and we work together in the program that Maria, who was at the end, talked about, the ones that are giving money. We also have another partner called Refactory. They also do digital skilling like WiTU does, but they do intermediate and advanced. So if you want to be a software engineer, to engage and talk to for the next 3 months until you find that job that you want, until you find that gig that you want. Ask them, you know what, I've seen this job. Do you think it fits for me? Or look at my CV. This is what we are here to do for you. Look at my CV. How does it look?
Do you think it's good? Or can we do an interview? What do you call it when you practice an interview? A skit. Maybe we shall do some of that today. Because sometimes what fails us is not our skills. Sometimes it's how we present ourselves to employers. Sometimes you're so nervous when you go for the interview that you don't even get a chance to prove yourself. So the idea for us here is we would like to learn how to be more confident during interviews, to know how to talk to someone about our business so that they can give us gigs, to know how I can broaden my networks. How do I tell someone, hey, you what do you do? Me, I do this. So that they can have your number and call you next time there's a gig. Things like that. So otherwise, I welcome you to this 2-day session. It's going to be as informal as possible. Very happy for the mentors who are giving up their time that they would be at work to spend the days here. Please give them a round of applause again. We're very, very blessed that they could actually take time and come and spend the time with us. Please interact and get to know them. Ask them for advice because they've been in the workspace for a while. Yeah, otherwise, because we're running out of time, I'll give it back to Sumaya, who is going to be our moderator for the day. Again, round of applause for Sumaya. She volunteered to be a mentor, and so I'll leave her in your capable hands, but I'm around if you have any questions. You saw the whole team standing here. Please ask. Anything you need, we've got you. Here you go, Sumaya.
Thank you so much, Divine. How many of us have questions for her? Do we have any questions for her? Do we now know what the 10X program is? You guys are not responding. Do we know what the 10X program is? Do you know how we can participate? So we are now going to move into another session, but it's okay, we are going to have break tea. We are going to see how we can develop our soft skills, because I believe as we're going for the job market, you need soft skills. Then you need skills that will actually keep you up. You need soft skills like public speaking, teamwork, collaboration, and these are not things that you will learn in class, right? So we are going to have someone take you through a soft skills training so that you can see how to put yourself together and sustain yourself in the job market, right? So this person is going to be joining us. At least I see some of us know about Brighter Mondays. So they are going to be equipping us with the soft skills. These are actually paid courses, but given that you're here, you're going to get access to this kind of knowledge for free. So we can start.
Can you hear me?
Are we all able to see the projection? No? Can we all see the projection? Half? You can come and occupy this seat. There are seats here at the front. So our facilitator for this soft skills session is called Eunice Innocent Katshabe, and she's the Gender and Inclusion Associate at Brighter Monday, Uganda. Joshua, okay, you lead it. Where is she?
So, are we good to go? All right. So, good morning to you all. I hope we are all well. My name is Patricia. I work with Brighter Monday, Uganda. I'm a youth engagement associate. I'm happy to be here, and basically, I want us to, of
Recording
course,
in
focus on
progress.
AI career tool. When we talk about the AI career tool, it's basically a tool that is designed to help us revamp our CVs, to help us come up with good cover letters, to help us when it comes to interview preparations. That is how best can you prepare yourself for an interview, but also to support in line with a salary negotiation. Realize in most cases we are exploited after getting the job. We are exploited by either getting less or the terms and conditions not being favorable. So without wasting time, allow me share my screen and of course dive into the AI career tool. Now, this AI career tool, we have a free package for those aged between 18 to 35, and we are partnering with, of course, the Africa Talent Company that is, of course, under Mastercard Foundation. And for those aged between 18 to 35, they have a free package and can easily access this tool for the first month. So for those that are above 18 years of age, we can as well access the AI career tool, but at a fee. And of course, monthly it goes for 26,000, weekly 11,500, and quarterly it is 76,000. How can you access this tool? First and foremost, you need to have an account with Brighter Monday Uganda. So if you have an account with Brighter Monday Uganda, feel free to go to Google and type in Brighter Monday account or Brighter Monday login. And once you log in, let me share my screen. Okay, if you can't see my screen, please let me know. So this is our dashboard. But for study purposes, I'll click here and we can always type in Brighter Monday login. When you go to Brighter Monday login, we are going to, of course, go to login into your account, meaning you need to have an account with Brighter Monday. So here we shall have this display, and under this display you're going to see AI service login. Now personally I cannot claim my free package because it is expired, so I would advise us, in case you have an opportunity to claim your free package, feel free to claim it. Now you go to resource center and go to professional CV services. When you click here, professional CV services, you're going to scroll down and you will be able to claim your free package. The free package is here, so you just click here for your free package, AI self-service, and you just click on your free package. Now I already have an account with Brighter Mind Uganda, so I'll just go back here, and once you claim your free package you're going to get this kind of setting. When you get this kind of setting, you go to, of course, this is the dashboard whereby you will have some onboarding questions. They'll ask you your name, your date of birth, your email address, your phone number. All this should be added on this dashboard. So straight away I'll go to resume. When I go to resume, we have two options: either upload resume or create new resume. So if you have your CV that is already existing out there, feel free to click on upload resume, and you will be able to, of course, be able to add your resume, upload it. You can edit resume or chat with AI. So you can decide to you can decide to create a new, to, of course, to edit your resume, and here you'll be able to update a few things. Now this is for someone who already has a resume. For someone who is just creating a resume, you will go to create new resume. Then you'll get here and fill in your personal information. For example, you could say your full name is Rosette Precious, and you could feel free to add in your email address. Then you could opt for the job you're looking out for, an accountant. Then the location, you could say Kampala, Uganda. Then phone number, since you have said Kampala, Uganda, look out for UG. Then you can type in maybe 773 54214. Then if you have LinkedIn, well and good, but if you don't have, leave it at that. What you have to understand is you must be able to fill in all the gaps that have the blue star or the red star. So our personal information has been filled in, so we go to the professional summary. Under professional summary, you can add something that you would want to base on to build something that is better. So professional summary, I could say,
Hi Patricia, sorry to interrupt.
yes, please.
Kindly check your chat section.
Sorry?
Sorry to interrupt. Kindly check your chat section.
I can't hear you, please.
Hello, sorry to interrupt. I'm saying kindly check your chat box because I texted something very important.
All right.
And this training now.
All right then.
Patricia. Hello. Hello. Hi Patricia. I will end this session because we have a dry run at 10:30. In Kenya, we have soft skills training happening every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Sorry for interruption, but kindly maybe you can hold this for a Google Meet. I hope you're all okay with it. Kindly end the session from your end since you're the host.
right? So I'm going to give each one of us just 10 minutes to have their tea, then we can resume with other mentorship sessions. So in 10 minutes, each one of us should be done with breakfast.
Technology to boost my business, market it, and get more customers. And of course, the capable customers to support me and boost me.
Yes, please.
A good morning to you all. My expectations are I would like to know how to tackle different questions on an interview and how well I can be guided on how to gain my confidence when I'm tackling those questions, as well as how to write my CVs so as to present them so well to compete in the competitive world currently. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? You people don't have expectations? Faith, what are your expectations?
I'm eating.
Yes, so for me, my expectations today is to know more about women in technology, then also to know more about the work readiness program with the IT basically for these 2 days.
All right, all right. And one interesting bit is that I believe we are going to meet each one's expectations. You're going to get to know more about WiTU. You can contact any of the facilitators. We are going to have someone take us through how you can develop a good CV, how you can stand out in an interview and actually in the job market. So right about now, we are going to have one of our mentors for the day. We are going to have one of the mentors, Annette Wizei, who is...
Hallelujah. Oh. The preacher in me will not manifest today. Yeah, so that is me. I hope we are all able to read that. And I expect us to have a very interactive session. Feel free to ask me what you want to know about what I'm talking about. So we are talking about how to build a standout resume. And we are really, when you speak about a resume, you are talking about who you are. You are presenting yourself to the employer, like more so like a movie about you. That when somebody is done with your resume, they are able to know who you are. You get what I mean? Like when you watch a movie, at the end of that movie, you're able to tell that this movie is about this. You get? This movie was maybe a love story. This person who was playing in was this and that. So when you write your resume, you are, giving these people who you are, so that they don't even need to know so much about you apart from what they asked. You get me up to there? Yes, so can we please go on? what is it about that I can offer? What is it that this kind of job is looking for me as Anne? You get what I mean? Are we okay up to there? All right. This is what I was saying, that it is crucial to understand employer preferences in your industry for resume style. Consider digital formats such as LinkedIn profiles or portfolios to complement your resume. Yes, can we go, please? So we come here. How do you ask yourself, how do I match my resume to the job I want? This is what I've been talking about. Understand exactly what this is looking for. I see some of us are struggling to write, but as I told you, I think we can share these slides with people that you don't have to struggle to write. You can just ask. Then tailor your resume by placing the most relevant skills. This is to come here today. This is what makes people stand out. This, what we are talking about, is going to help you stand out of the 1,000, out of the 100 people. Then use keywords and phrases exactly as they appear in the job posting for applicant tracking systems. This is ATI kind of system that they use, that somebody will just put your CV or resume in their system, and they will, the keywords, I hope I am really able to explain this to you. They will put your resume in their system because they already have keywords. They put those keywords in their job description of what they were looking for. So when they put your CV or your resume in that system, the ATS system, it should be able to have those keywords that the job used. Are we together? You should be able to use the very keywords they used while advertising for that job. Do not write a story, a paragraph, a 5-page paragraph. We are going to see how to use some verbs. We are going to see how to use keywords while writing our resumes. Then align your professional summary objective with the employer's needs to show you are the ideal candidate. I think I've talked about that. Then research the company's culture and values to reflect them. So let's say you want to apply at WiTU. You be one of these people that have come here. You read about them. You read about who are they, what do they stand for. You want to apply at UNICEF. You want to apply maybe Medical Teams Uganda. You read about them. What are their values? What do they stand for? That helps you to apply to them. You get what I mean? Yes. So now we are going to see, this is maybe the practical part of what I've been talking about. Let's say the job advert is looking for a social media assistant with graphic design skills. Emily emphasized her graphic design course and internship where she managed Instagram posts matching the keywords. So you see that the keyword there is social media assistant with graphic design skills. So Emily came and said that she managed Instagram posts. So already she is talking about social media in her CV. She's talking about how she managed an Instagram. And I think we all know that this is a social media app, right? Yes? Did somebody? All right. So this tailoring led to an interview and eventually the job. Doctor, please. Then use specific measurable outcomes to show effectiveness. what, like, you're talking to us that you have managed social media before. Can you measure your effects? You get what I mean? Sometimes we are going to see how we use figures and numbers. You're talking about social media. So when you were at that place and you managed their social media, what avoid irrelevant information. Avoid irrelevant information. Avoid vague statements like, I was responsible for this, I was responsible for that. No. Use valid action verbs to keep the reader engaged. Include soft skills supported by examples where possible, e.g. leadership, problem solving, communication. Yes, let's keep going. Then, instead of you saying that I was responsible for customer service, this is what you write. Handled customer inquiries and resolved complaints, improving satisfaction scores by 15%. Are you seeing the difference? Everybody will write how they were responsible for customer service. And then you come out, you have started with the verb, handled customer inquiries, and so what happened when you did? You get it? And resolved complaints. By what percentage? Can you measure your effects? Can you measure your impact? Improving satisfaction scores by 15%. Here you have showed us your impact. You've not spoken a lot of irrelevant things. You have not, used just English because you just want to get a job. No. Handled customer inquiries and resolved complaints, improving satisfaction scores by 15%. Then also, instead of you saying worked on social media, you say developed content strategy. You get the difference? Yes, it's social media, we know, but that is what everybody is going to write. That is not appealing. Developed content strategy and increased social media engagement. By how much? By 30%. Are we together? You have started with a verb. You have showed us impact. You have actually measured what you did. Develops content strategy and increased social media engagement by 30% over 6 months. Are we seeing the difference? Is it a big difference? It is a huge difference. Even you, when you are employing, which one will you read? The downer one, right? Yes. Then these are maybe tips. Keep it short. Keep it short. Do not write somebody 4 pages. Nobody has that time to read that. Keep it short. 1 to 2 pages should be enough. Maintain constant font styles. Do we know fonts? We know fonts, right? Hello? We know fonts? Okay. So can you please take me back? Keep it short, maintain consistent font styles and sizes throughout. Use bold and italics sparingly to highlight key information. Let's say you're talking about skills. Avoid clutter, leave enough white space. Avoid photos unless, do not put for us your beautiful face. We know it's beautiful, the ass is there, but it's not relevant. Avoid photos unless they have asked you for them. Use clear headings and subheadings for easy navigation. Tailor your resume format for electronic submission. I am sure we are being taught these PDF things, are we? Yeah, those that are in the cohorts, you will learn more about that. Include a professional email address and appropriate voice mail greeting. We all have email addresses? All right. Yes, please. Then how do you make your resume easy to read? Use bullet points instead of long paragraphs. Use bullets. Like highlight exactly what you want this person to see. Keep sentences short and focused. I've spoken about that. Include keywords from the job description. Use exactly what they wrote while advertising, and use those exact keywords to say what you're saying. Use clear, simple language, avoiding jargon. You know this time, like the era we are in, you want to start writing, I was gonna, you know what, I don't know, but those things, please speak those, let's use those things as we are conversing, the two of us, not in your CV. Then use standard section headings. When you want to write about, I think they'll show us, like, avoid those things of tables, education, then you draw table, primary, secondary. No, write education. Tell us from the most relevant. You get what I mean? From your recent degree. Then you go down. Align text and margins evenly for a neat appearance. Use professional templates if unsure about design. Double check contact info for accuracy. Double check. If you have a friend, let them go through your CV before you put it out there. Your information, some of you have written these and you put our numbers. So instead of you, they called us because you didn't want to double check your information. So you wrote your CV and then they called somebody else because you were too busy to double check your very own work. Making your resume easy to read, the bullet list showing achievements clearly. Led a team of 5 volunteers. You see how I've put my work in bullet form. Organized fundraising event, raising 20 million Ugandan shillings. Managed social media campaign. Then you put your clear contact info. Who are you? Your name, your email. By this age, we all surely have email addresses, right? Not by this age really, but by the world we are in. Yes, I think I'm done.
We're now going to have a simple icebreaker from Maria. Yes, please. Oh, we have another question.
Okay, like I wanted to ask her, like what
I thought I was a pro, but this one has challenged. Is she still better? Is she better than me? We can see. Grace, you want to eat my 10K? Somebody else? Here, somebody said she can. Give us. This is the last one. Okay. I've given up. I agree. This was a challenger. Okay. Hope everyone has loosened up. The reason for this was at least to get some vibe. Do we feel better now? Okay.
Thank you so much, Maria. I hope we now feel better, right? Okay, so we are now going to get into another amazing session from one of our mentors, and I ask each one of us to give them attention because you need this knowledge so that you can be able to navigate the job world. So we are going to get to hear from Keitesi Aisha. She already introduced herself in the morning, and she's going to get to share with us. She's part of the team at Creative Campus. Keisha, you're welcome to the floor. Kindly give her a round of applause as she steps here.
Hello. Are we fine? I know we are all excited. I can't dance, but I'm so glad to be here. To the people that have been around, I'd already introduced myself. Who remembers my name? You guys, we are not in Yes, please. Who remembers what I do? Who remembers what I do? So you guys, you are not attentive. That is something we should teach ourselves. And when you get into a room and people are introducing themselves, please take note for the people you can work with, the people that you can network with at the end. But as I had told you guys, I'm Keitesi Keisha, and I am from Creative Campus. Creative Campus is a social enterprise that is based in Mbarara, and we are aimed at commercializing creatives. I told you we do this in 3 arms, and one of them is tech, where we do tech development. I talked about how we have the very first delivery app in Mbarara called Sibo. But outside that, we do skilling of young people. We've done a skilling over the last year. We skilled over 16,000 youth across Western Uganda. Then we also offer media services. Okay? I believe now you can understand. And I think I'm among the few that are putting on blue today, relevant. So outside that, I'm a project assistant in MAST at Mbarara University, a project that is aimed at increasing youth employability. I am a business and finance lead at Creative. I am a designer, still learning. I really learn every other time. And a media person at church. I am a student of life, but also a master's student at Mbarara University. I am a leader. All the areas I've been at, I find myself in leadership. It's the favor that I've received from God. I don't think I'm so qualified than every other person. I am a teacher. I lecture students in procurement. I am a trainer. I've done so many trainings for the past 3 years. I am a daughter to my father, that is God, and so many other parents that parent me. I am a friend. I am a sister. I am an aunt, and I'm a last born at home. But today, I am a mentor. Okay? So with all that I've talked about, I do them every day. We're going to talk about an issue of multitasking. So all those things that you see there, every day of the week, I have to put on one of the shoes. I do them every day. Okay? So please don't be in your corner and think you're going to be so good in one space. I believe in multitasking because that's what will bring you money. Let's roll. So today, we are going to understand what the current job market talks about. We are basically trying to enter the job market, those that are in and those that are planning to enter, or those that want to diversify, because I believe you cannot be satisfied with one job space in this current country. Does anyone agree with me that for you, you're working at Must and you feel you're comfortable there? It's not there. So we are going to understand what are the key skills and what are the employers looking for. Probably you may not be directly an employer, but you're going to employ someone. What will you be looking for? Or you're still at campus. I had people that are at university. You should understand now that when by the time I graduate, the employer will be looking for this and this. We are going to understand what are the challenges that face us, mostly the women, when we are looking for work. There are so many of them, but we can't sit down because we have challenges and not look for work, isn't it? Then we are also going to see what are the practical skills to stand out from these challenges, because at the end, you need food, you need to eat, you have bills to pay. The students that are here, they are still paying bills for you, but when you graduate, your parents will keep quiet. So you have to look for what will sustain you, okay? So let's roll. First of all, we're going to understand with the current world. No. Please go back. So the next thing I would like to tell us, I think I already tell you to move. So the next thing I want to tell you is we had population census last year. The biggest percentage that occupies this land are the youth. And the youth are the most energetic people that we have. If you are to really, really stamp around here, there are so few or even close to none that is 50 years here, isn't it? Do we have anyone above 50 years? Do we? Do we have someone that is above 50 years? No. But are there people that are below 35? The biggest percentage, isn't it? So we have a high population of young people, but these young people want to work, and they all want for more jobs. And the shocker is, we are all going to graduate from MUST, people are going to come from Makerere, and so many other institutions, because there are so many universities around. And we are all looking for one job. Like in my class, we are over, I think, 300 in my class, just the faculty that I was coming from. But imagine the people that were graduating from other schools, and we are all focused on doing one job, a procurement officer. I'm a graduate in procurement, and we are looking for a procurement job. But remember, the entities we want to work in have not changed. So we should understand that the people are so many and the jobs that are available are so few. Okay? But why I'm so proud and happy that you are born in this era, at any one point you can work. So there are many things that I've told you. There are some people that are still home that can't work. But I do more than 4 jobs, and they are all paying. It's not that I am so talented or I'm so good at what I'm doing, but the way you position yourself in those spaces, okay? So if you're to live here, I had people that are virtual assistants, I had people that are into baking. Please don't sit on only baking. Yes, it is going to make you money, but the money will not be enough, because you're also running in an economy that we are working in that are having more than 3 jobs, okay? Then another thing is we have a growth that is really, really so fast in ICT. That's why we are here in technology. We have so much work that is coming up in ICT. People are there doing a lot of work, and someone says, I just want someone to analyze my data. This doesn't want you to come tucking in, all smart, doing makeup, sit on your bed and analyze data. Someone will say, I need a flyer. Someone will say, I need this and this. I want someone to review these reports. I want someone to get me a report of this. And those things are done in your area, where you are, in your space. Okay? So let's really, really understand and know that even with this current unemployment and trends of little formal jobs, there is a growth in different sectors. And I've told you one of them is ICT. Another one is agribusiness. People that are doing agriculture are making money. But I'm not talking about the people that are in village digging. They're not the ones making money. They are doing a lot of work, but they're not making money. But someone that can think about that, Mbarara University students like to eat Irish. How do I get Irish? Probably the people that in Chuhumuru, we have an issue of transport. Can you think about having someone or getting a border person to always carry Irish to Chuhumuru? Then you sell to your fellow students. That's money that you've really not really worked so hard for. You're not like someone that is actually working in the village digging. But this is a lot of money that comes out of it. Then the creatives and renewable energy. If you are into grant writing, I am into. All the calls are talking about renewable energy. Are you a creative? And creativity is not about the people that can dance, that people can do what, anything. Can you write? Are you a poet? Can you design? Are you good in media? Anything that is creative will make you money effortlessly. Then another thing is there is a lot of digital economy, which we've talked about. Remote work. You do not have to please get an office to start working. Okay? I remember when I was at campus, I used to work. But what were my jobs? I was not qualified. I was into research, that is data collection. And I feel so lucky and happy for the people that are in this era that you can actually work even when you're a student, like the virtual assistants. Choose to say that for me, I will always design this for students. That everyone that needs a poster around must for anything, I can work for them. That's remote work. You don't really need a qualification. They're not going to ask you, how many designs have you made? Who is your referee? That's something that you know, and it's not taken from you. And we are so lucky that these courses are even free of charge. So let's embrace the fact that we are in the era of tech and use it so well. Next, please. What are the trends that employers need? As I've told you, we are in the digital and tech skills era. I believe most of us are in tech or are planning to be, or we are a blend. Me, I'm not a tech person. I'm a completely business student. I did a bachelor's degree in business administration and majored in what? In procurement. But if you're to ask the people that don't know what I did, they may think I'm a tech person. But I'm not. It's not by association or I went and did what. But the more you expose yourself to these things, the more you learn them. Because there's no one that is going to wake up and say, business students, we are going to now teach you how to use the camera. Business students, we are now going to teach you how to design. No, those are self-initiatives. So as a medical person, I had the medical people here. I had the engineers that are better because they're actually in tech. Take initiative and learn these things because they're the ones that are sustaining us as of now. Previously, it was not seen a big deal to know how to design. It was not seen a big deal to know how to code. But if you take it up now, it is going to pay off. I'm going to give you an example of Flavia. Do we know who Flavia Tumusime is? We all know her. She's so much into media. But do you know that lady is a certified something in IT? Do we really follow her? Do we really follow her? We just know her for media. But she's a tech guru in Uganda. She had a leave from her work and took time and did an online course in coding. And she's a star. If you really follow her so well, she's in a program that is actually helping young people to learn tech, even when they didn't do tech courses. So those are the things that we should embrace. The fact that we are already in these networks like WiTU. Please, don't be the one that doesn't even know how to use a computer when you are here. They're asking for someone that can do data entry, but you don't even know how to use Excel. It's so shaming in this era, isn't it? Then another thing, employers, show them that, by the way, I have a TikTok account and I have a big following. I can actually be the content creator of this organization. You're adding value to that organization beyond what you're paid for. So employers are looking for people that can multitask. Okay? That your boss will come up and say, we have an event in Kampala. They are not supposed to go and hire a camera person to take the pictures. They're not supposed to get someone that is going to be updating the socials of the company. If you can offer all that, it's so safe for you that they cannot even actually lose you because you're doing more than one job. I am not talking about that people that exploit, but offer beyond what you're employed for. Because actually the jobs are few, but the people that are there are doing so much. And the moment your employer feels so safe with you, you can actually ask for any pay that you want. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're employed as a software engineer, go beyond that. Be the content creator of your organization. We are all on social media, which I believe we are. If you have someone that is not on social media, you're lying yourself. You're doomed. I can have my phone. I hear people say me, I can't be on TikTok. By the way, you're so ignorant if you're not on TikTok. Let me tell you the truth. You are so ignorant if you're not on TikTok. It's as hard as that. So if you're a software engineer and you can actually do the engineering so well, add something else that you can communicate. That even when your team is not around, they are so confident that Keisha is there. We are not shaken. But imagine they are calling for a software engineer, or you're an engineer, and they want you to present the progress of the project. You're shaking. You don't know which one. Employers are looking for multitaskers. Do more than one job. I'm always going to refer to the first slide I introduced you at. All those things, I do them in one day. I may not be perfect on all, but at least I fit in one of them. So the next thing is, they're looking for soft skills. Can you talk? We're telling people to introduce them. So if you can actually communicate, one of my friends always says that for him, his children, he wants them to be able to speak. That's all. And I've actually realized that as long as you can speak, you can get whatever you want. If you can stand up and tell someone that, you see, you're putting on a black sweater, but I love it. Can I have it? The person will be moved to giving it to you. But when you come and you keep smiling, or you can't talk, you're shaking. So communication is so key. And it's not taught, guys. It's in exposure, what you listen to, what you do. When they ask a question, please answer. When they say do this, be there. Then another thing is teamwork. For you, you're the one that can't work with anyone. You have issues with everyone on the team. You're the one they don't talk to and you listen. You have mood swings because we are women. You have mood swings. Like, you basically don't work with anyone. So there was no organization that wants a rebel. There's no organization that will pick you up to work with them. Can you be in a team even when they are annoying and be there? Because actually that's where you're getting food from, even if it is your father's business. You get? So teamwork is what the organizations are looking for. I also talked about problem solving. And this, I'm going to speak to the women in the room that want to employ and be employed. Please solve problems. It's beyond beauty, guys. It's beyond beauty. It's beyond books. It's beyond the first class. Solve problems. Enter in an organization and see what is the problem they are having. What can I do? That even when you're leaving, they are feeling, oh my God, we've lost an asset. But you're the one in the organization, you're the one with mood swings, you're the one that is sickly, probably you have what, you're the one that comes late, you're not even offering anything. So when you go, people are like, oh God, thank you so much. She has finally gone. You get? So be able to solve problems, because that's what employers are looking for. I am not going to come and employ you in creative if you can't offer a solution to the problem we have. You get? I'm not going to come and pick you like WiTU and they say, imagine they were looking for mentors and you're just there. They want someone that is going to impart wisdom in other people. Probably they are looking for a finance person and you can't actually understand anything about finance. So solve problems, that's what employers are looking for. Next. So we are going to talk about the trends. The trends are changing every other time. I don't want us to sit on this and think that's the end. When my mother, I'm born of a teacher, when they're getting employed, they're not getting employed like how we are. It's so different, and I believe my children will not be the same thing. You get? So you should understand that things are keeping on to change. Every other time we have something new. Every other time you have something new. They're calling for this and this. They need something new, and you really have to be updated. I want to inform you guys that the jobs we are looking for are so competitive. But as I've told you previously, what you can offer will make you stand out. I may not be having a master's degree as apparently a key student, but I'm competing for a job of a master's degree holder. But what I have can actually fill that position. You get? So it's now beyond the books. I am not saying you guys should not concentrate with the books, but have more. By the time you leave, must at least have like 2 or 3 courses you've done outside the university. Because those are the things that are going to be experience that you will present to the people that have been working. Then another thing is, please let's go back. No. Okay, let's go back. There. Another thing that the employers are actually looking for and what they need people that are resilient and adaptable to any change. I don't know how many of us were working in organizations that are related to USAID. Do we have some people here? We have them. They are there. People that were working and they were affected by the stopping of USAID. Imagine you're not adaptable or you're not resilient. Employers are looking for those people that can be with them through thick and thin. They're telling you that the funding is done, but we feel you can still work with us at half pay. Are you willing to take that up? Then you say, no, me, I can't do this. I tell her you can't because you cannot work for half money. You leave that job thinking that you're going to get another one. Lo and behold, you will not get it. You can't. You get. But you had an offer of someone saying, I'm going to always pay you half. That's what they will what? They will stand with you. That for any reason, if something comes up, you'll be the next to think about because you stood with them in the hard times. But if you're that person that will say, if they're not giving me this money, I'm leaving. If it's not this condition, I am going. You get? So resilience and adaptability is what the employees are looking for. Are we together? So let's go to the challenges. What are the challenges that we are facing? I know we all know them. For the women, I can even randomly ask, what do you think are the challenges we face when we are seeking for jobs? I'm going to, guys, I'm a teacher, so keep looking at me, I may randomly pick you up. So what are the challenges that we face as women looking for work? Yes, please. I knew that would come first. Sexual harassment. Another thing? Lesser pay. Compared to men. Yes, please. Undermined and underlooked. Yes, please. Competition. I don't think you read it from here. Did you? If you didn't, you're a smart chap. All those things you've said are true. But women, I want to put a disclaimer. Let's not just sit on that. That we are harassed and that we are underlooked. And then what? We are paid less. You get? All those things have happened to me. That's the truth. All of them. My first employment, I was harassed. And when you guys hear about harassment, you think they raped. No, don't rape. It goes through the words that they tell you, the weird comments. Please, take a course on sexuality. You will thank me. They are online. Just take a course. But it was my very first employment, and I didn't sit on it. Yes, I quitted because that's not what I was for. I left. But that was not what will define me. Because the man asked me out, and I didn't, and they said they're going to make a bad appraisal, and they were threatening to fire me, I should sit and think that's what defines me. I resigned immediately. If you're not convenient with it, please leave. That's not your destiny. You're destined to greatness. Then undermining, I want to repeat this. I'm in a space of men. The biggest percentage that I work with are men. Men have ego. The men in the room, you're going to forgive me, but that's who you are. They are egoistic. And they want every other time their ego to be massaged, which is supposed to be done by their women, not their workmates. Okay? But what do? Focus on what you're offering. Okay? If they say they need a report in 2 days, offer it. But if you don't offer it and they ask you and you feel you're disrespected, there you're not keeping up to the standard. So what I always beat the men I work with is I'm always 2 steps ahead them. Someone will come to challenge you because they think beyond how you think, but you are ahead them. So offer what you're called to offer. Don't just sit down, be the one on your phone, taking pictures, doing videos. Men will disrespect you in the end. But if they have called you for work, do beyond their expectations. 2 steps ahead them. They will respect you. The payment bit, I still put it in the offer. But if you really feel you're paid less than what you're supposed to be paid, stand for your rights. Quit. That's not the only job you're going to do. But quit when you have an assurance that I've actually left these guys, they're going to miss me. Leaving a job where people will celebrate, you've not quitted, dear. You've saved them. Okay? So competition, we talked about it. There are so many people that are looking for what you're doing, and there are so few jobs that we are looking for. But the value you offer will make you stand out, isn't it? Then another thing, we are having an issue of experience. And as I've told you, experience comes, they will say 10 years experience. But these things you engage in, hope we are all on LinkedIn. Are we? It will be another part. If you are not, please don't leave this room without a LinkedIn account. So they will ask you, we need someone that has trained people for 10 years. But for you, you've been in 10 trainings and you are a mentor. You've trained over 20,000 people in the past 2 years. You actually fit for that job. So experience is not about doing the actual work. It's the little that you've done. Can you document it? And some people can go and see it. I recently got an opportunity by an organization through them seeing my LinkedIn account. I am not so much old, but I'm old. But they went through my LinkedIn account and they're like, oh my God, she's doing great. But you're there, you've done so much, no one knows it, you know it in your head. You're not going to talk to the whole world for what you've done. Document it on LinkedIn, have it on your socials. It's okay to post your weird videos, but have somewhere where you're talking about your career, isn't it? Then another challenge is lack of professional networks. You guys, who are your friends? You can't say that for you, you're in hostel, your friends are your course mates. No. Have networks. Let it be bigger than your reach. My father, when I was joining university, told me, please have friends in all regions of the country. And I was so successful. I have friends in all regions of this country. So I cannot be stuck anywhere. And don't befriend the people that you are, because you're an average of the 5 people around you. If you have 5 fools, you are the 6th fool. You get? So if you're in first year and you really feel that your safe space is in first year, you're lying yourself. Please have friends outside your scope. Because in the end, these are the people that are going to refer you. If you're in the same class, how will someone get you a job? You're all struggling with books. When I was at campus, I would attend every graduation. Why? Because I had friends in different years. You understand? Network, be in spaces, whether they've invited you or not, be there. There's some people that were invited for this event, but they chose to be in their beds. So they're not going to listen to what we are saying. So be in events that they have invited you. If you're seeing a call for something, please show up. And don't just keep with the people you've been with. Network and have professionals around you. Then another thing is limited access to information and opportunities. I want to say that this is not a challenge to us. Okay? Why? We have internet. We have so much around us. We are exposed. Do we have people that have not left Mbarara for the last 2 years? Do we have them? Do we have people here that have not left Mbarara for the last 2 years? Like you've been here, you've not gone anywhere. I want to see you guys. You've been in Mbarara, you've not gone to Kasese, you've not gone to Kampala for the last 2 years. You're here. What are you doing in Mbarara? Tell us. I need a microphone here, Sumaya. You've been in, like you've not gone anywhere.
Let's share. You want to? Tell us. Who wants to answer? How? Share, yeah. How come you haven't left? Let's share.
Yes, I'm babysitting. I'm a mother of 5 months. And I'm husband. I have a husband, yes. For 2 years, good 2 years. Actually 5. Yes. Yes.
Anybody else wants to share? Yes. You've not left Mbarara in 2 to 5 years.
It will be interesting to find out how come. It's not a bad thing. Is your husband preventing you from going to... Hey! Which is the husband.
Guys, this is not flexing, eh? It's not fun. I am looking for someone that has not left Mbarara for 2 years. You've not gone anywhere, not even in your village. Please, you need deliverance. Let me tell you the truth. I understand your assignment, but having children and a husband does not define your destiny, dear. Yes, I am not married, I don't have children, but I believe, are you having a husband or children? So this is an example. Huh? I think I'm getting so much. But the truth is, if you don't travel, in Ankole, there was a saying, thank you. The moment you move from Mbarara and go and see what other things that are happening. Guys, things that are happening. Guys, this is a big discussion that is in the room. Traveling to Kampala is not about, I'm going to go and work. I believe there are so many opportunities that can take you to Kampala. Please go and see your friends there. Just move. Go and move and see people. See how people behave in the bus. When you keep in one position, you're going to be local. That's the truth. Move from one spot to another. Guys, let's travel. Opportunities won't find us home. Opportunities will not find us home. Let's leave that. We're going to discuss till tomorrow. But the truth is, we have the information. We're going to discuss till tomorrow. But the truth is, we have the information. The opportunities, we have to be ready. Someone was talking about the criteria of awarding. Guys, let's keep quiet. Order. Someone was talking about the issue of employment, that they don't award the best shoes. But you can do your hair, you can do your nails, you can do anything, but you can't pay for a bus for 20,000 to go and attend a conference in Kampala. There is something that is not right with you. So information is with us, but we're not using it. And opportunities are available, we are not prepared. They talked about a CV, and I want to believe that people we are going to mentor. By the end of the mentorship period, you should be employed. Only if you take the things we say serious. You should have a speaking resume. You should have something that when you stand in front of people, they're going to choose you, not any other person. And by the end of this engagement, at least have the key things. I talked about LinkedIn. Create a page. Follow people that matter. Let's move on from that. How do we overcome this? The things we are talking about. The people that are not traveling, I'm not happy with you. Regardless of any reason, there are so many reasons, but I want to tell you there are people that are in your category that are doing so much. Don't define yourself by that. Please try to travel. Okay, move to Kasese, not even Kampala. Go to WiTU. See how life is happening the other side. The first thing is we should leverage students in the room. Internship. Some did internship, others didn't. Or others are planning to do it. So if you're given an opportunity to be an intern, use it so well. Or they have given you an opportunity to volunteer. Please do your best at it. Because they will choose, they may not directly employ you, but you can ask them for a referral, or they can recommend you. Volunteering is something that most of the Ugandans don't believe in. But actually, volunteering is service. As I've told you, I'm a believer, and scriptures tell us in Exodus that your service is going to feed even the generation after you. Because you served God, your children will not lack food, will not lack water. It's a scripture in the Bible. And also in the Bible, in Luke, I wanted to confirm it, in Luke 16:12, they say that if you have not been faithful in another man's business, who will give you your own? You've been given an opportunity to volunteer, or you've been given an opportunity to do intern, but you're doing everything the way you want. You're not faithful in another man's business. I assure you, you will not get employed because you're not faithful in the small that you have. You get? So someone says, I need someone to be working with me, but I'm paying them fairly. And you're like, they're not even paying me. Why am I doing a lot of work? So leverage on volunteering, because the truth is, all the opportunities I've got, they are through volunteering. I first have to prove myself. I am not saying that that's what defines me, but every other time I always want people to pick my value before the money they give me. Don't define yourself by pay. Because the moment you say that for me, if you don't have 500,000, you can't have me, it's okay, they're going to get 500,000. But can someone derive the 500 value from you? So my strategy is, I'm going to do my best. Then it's you. The guilt will be on your face. She has actually served. How much can I give them? So that's volunteering. I volunteered for a long period of time. And that's how I got all that. You can't design your CV to the top notch. Like you have an issue. So let's leverage on the opportunities we have now, the platforms that we have, and build good portfolios. And as I've told you, portfolios are not built in one day. You're doing so much, but you're not documenting it. No one knows it. Right now, if I leave this place, the world will know. If I leave this place, the world will know that today I was at Adit Mall mentoring people. Whether they were two or it was one. But they will know that a certain time like this, over 20 years, I did something like this. You get? Then another thing is use digital platforms. I said people that are not on TikTok, you're ignorant. And I repeat, without any apology. You're claiming you're busy, but you're busy doing nothing. Because TikTok is so wild, and it is growing at a very, very fast speed. You get? We used to think that WhatsApp is so informal, but I want to assure you there is no formal organization in this country that doesn't have a WhatsApp platform. If it's there, please come and I pay you. You know an organization and they don't have a WhatsApp group. For them, they really believe they are so formal. So embrace the different platforms that we have. People, businesses, I don't know whether you guys, I'm so much on TikTok, I can't deny. But you've seen MTN giving those guys deals. You see, these big organizations are giving TikTokers deals, and they don't pay them less. They pay them a lot of money. I have already seen MTN Pulse and Chicken Express. KFC, sorry. They are giving TikTokers money to run their campaigns, and I don't think they give them 50,000. It can't be that. It's a lot of money. And you're there in your space, me, I can't post my pictures. Simanya what? Okay, keep there. You'll be broke alone. Then another thing is network actively on events and online. You get? Now you're here, you're like me. I have come with Julian. We sat together. We are going to go for breakfast together. After we go back to our room. Bambi, you're going to be broke together, and you'll be like that. Because you like your space. That's the truth. And for you online, you just put one picture, or probably the picture of your boyfriend that is going to check you the next day. You're trying to prove a point. You get? When you've been on a big event like this, post. Write good English. Go on AI and get good English. Say, I've been privileged to be here. I met this and this. Connect with so many people. Tag these platforms. I believe WiTU has a very big following. Tag them. Because whoever see WiTU tagged, they're going to come and check on your profile. And you're growing your profile as well. You get? So be active both online and on events. Then another thing is, please try to do courses. Like equip yourself. You can't say I have one degree and you really believe, because you're the first one in your village that got a degree. So you believe me, I've arrived. Dear, people have degrees and degrees. People have certifications. And they are all online. You get? Someone sits and does a course for 3 weeks online. I have so many courses I've done online that I can't even remember. And there are certificates that they ask for. They will ask for a leadership program certificate. I have it. They want an online Simanya digital awareness thing. I have it. They want something on this. I have it. So I am 2 times better than you. So I am 2 times better than you. So do these courses and embrace them. You get? So as we finalize on the, let's wind up. The key takeaways are here. I don't really want to talk so much about them. I really know that you picked something from my conversation. Did we? And I want to know that you will use the skills that you have named now and blend it with the job market that we have. So finally, I want to inform all of us, dear, I want to inform all of us that these are my brands, guys. I wouldn't leave this platform without talking about my business, Creative Campus, Creative Media, and SIBO. So please support me in any ways. But I want to inform you guys that the skills we are talking about are not just heavenly or they don't just land. We still do it at Creative Campus. You need training in videography, you need training in DJing, you need training in anything related to media. Step in. You want to upgrade your tech area, we have a tech advance program at a very low cost. Come in, please, we can offer these skills. You need connections of, I want to be doing a freelance job. We are looking for marketeers in SIBO and freelance. You don't have to be at office every other time. Please come through. I want to thank you so much. I really believe I've said sense. I asked the Holy Spirit before I came here to use me, and I believe it did. So thank you so much, and thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, guys. Aisha, she has done a wonderful job, right? Wonderful job. Please give her a round of applause. If you have any questions before we have our next speaker, Gonzaga, come on. Can I please have questions, comments? Just also, as you know, she's here with us the whole day. Yes. So you'll get a chance to engage her at her seats. I know she has talked about a lot of things that you young people have to do, videography, the creatives. You have a lot to discuss with her. Aisha, thank you so much. Any questions? Let's take 1, 2 questions. The rest we shall engage individually. Yes?
Thank you so much, Keisha. That was an intriguing and a wonderful presentation. I have a question. It might require you for your personal insight about this. Let me hope that's okay. How do you challenge the issues related to nepotism, related to favoritism, related to who knows you in the job market search? Thank you.
I first do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
Thank you. I didn't get her name, but it's okay. Probably I'll get to know. Katinao, first of all, I don't believe in that thing. I am not saying it's not there because I don't believe in it. The truth is, there's always going to be a favorite of everyone. You get? Even at home, my siblings say I'm dad's favorite. Then we have another child they call my mom's favorite. And I didn't see that as it is. But when we come to the workspace, nepotism, they will say, for us we only employ banyankore. Isn't it? That is there, it's not a lie. But for one reason, if you get a chance and you are a Muganda, I believe in miracles, yes, because they are there. For one reason, you used David's key to open that gate and you entered in the space. They are only Nyankore and they are talking about it. Prove them wrong that even a Muganda woman can do what you're saying. It comes in when we mix the issues of gender. They will say, no, that one slept with this one to get up. Please, you are a woman, you also sleep up. You get? That's a statement I always use. Their organization, they always say that you can't be here before you sleep with someone. But actually, people have really worked so hard to get there. You get? You don't even know anyone. You're not connected to anyone. If you get an opportunity and step in there, please do your best. Without any, even if it is sleeping late, leaving work so late, prove them wrong. But the truth is, it's there. It's not something that we're going to run away from it or shy away and say, no, these guys will not pick you up. There are some people that will tell you, me, I cannot employ someone that is a Mnyankore. but it's okay. For one reason, get there or prove to them or get an opportunity. They are calling you for an interview and you're like, okay, you've escaped all those things. Prove to them that you can actually deliver. That's one thing I can tell you. Have I really set in what I wanted to say? Prove yourself. Then another thing.
Thank you so very much. I wanted to ask you, when you talked about the job seeker challenges, I wanted to ask you, like, what are the biggest hidden barriers that keep qualified job seekers from being hired even when they meet all the requirements, and how can someone realistically overcome those?
Thank you so much. I
will give them the vibe. Can we all stand up? So good morning once again. It's afternoon. Habari za mchana. Okay. So my passion from my childhood was to be a DJ, which I'm still working on. So we are going to do some Runyankole Ruchiga song. I will teach you briefly and then we'll go together. Okay? So it goes like this. It's about, literally translated, that if you're grooming a young seedling, then, and maybe you want to bend it, you need to bend it when it is still at that young stage. And so, akati kini kwa kachiri kabisi, kukoma weza kagangara. So that's the song. Okay? So it goes like this. Akati kini kwa kachiri kabisi, akati kini kwa kachiri kabisi, akati kini kwa kachiri kabisi, kukoma weza kagangara, kukoma we. Very good. You can easily get the tone. Okay? So now, there are things that we are going to add in. One is the tone. Like when I go low, you also go. When I go high, you also go. Okay? The other thing is, of course, we are going to clap, and I want to see your dancing strokes. I saw people here with talents, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Akati kini kwa kachiri kabisi. Akati. Akati. Kukoma. Kukoma. Akati. First stop there. You are not doing the strokes and you are not clapping. So I don't know what's wrong. So we are going to go one more time, okay? 1, 2, 3. Akati. 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 Kukoma. Kukoma. Very good. You can now take your seats. So we are going to be having a conversation around cover letter. And I want this session to be interactive. So I will expect a lot of your input to this conversation. So my name, you can call me Gonza. I have put that barcode, since WiTU is training you in some digital skills, you will be able to scan and get to the details. So it was intentional. It was intentional to see you have those phones with scans use them. Okay? Yeah, so I'm very excited to be here today and tomorrow. I actually reached this Mbarara at 3 a.m. in the night. And I had to do preparations. But I'm very happy about it. You know why? Because I love you guys. I love working with the youth. And anything to do with the youth, it's my passion. It will make me go an extra mile. I had to leave so many things to be here with you for 2 days. And I can promise you, anytime you want to reach out for any support related to work readiness or supporting your career-wise, I am always at your disposal, free of charge, because others pay for this and they pay a lot of money. Yeah, so we can move to the next slide. So we are going to my IT support person. The next. Yeah, so by end of this conversation, this is what really the basic I want us to achieve. One is to explain the purpose and value of a cover letter in the job application. Two, apply a clear structure to craft a professional, tailored cover letter. And then, of course, we have, lastly, you'll have a practical session. We'll give you some job adverts. You analyze and then develop your own cover letters. So basically that. Next. Yeah, so there was a conversation here in all the sessions, and I wanted to talk about it. But also I want to put a disclaimer that
good afternoon once again. If you haven't registered, please go to that table one by one and register, because we have to make sure we are tracking every single person. And if you do not register, that means we have not planned any food for you. Okay? Please make sure you register. I don't want to come here and I say to give you a meal coupon, I have to call the names. It will be inconveniencing, isn't it? Yes, so please, if you have not registered, go to the front desk and register, and let us work together in harmony, okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So please, for purposes, because we are standing between this session and lunch, so make sure you register. So I wanted to talk about what they call unconscious bias. Unconscious what? Bias. And like I was saying, I'm putting a disclaimer. I have no any intention about the people I will use in my presentation or the organizations at any cost. I'm just using them for learning purposes. Okay? So if you look at those two gentlemen, I want you to just reflect alone. What is the first impression that you get about those two? But then keep it to yourself. We can have a conversation later. Okay? Next slide. How about those two companies? What do you think about them? You as an individual, and you don't have to tell your friend. Okay? The next. We are into an election period, right? Yeah. So, like I said, just reflect that, and we are going to translate that into the knowledge of developing our cover letters. So, I would say there will always be that unconscious what? Bias. Someone will say me, people with glasses have what? Lugezi. That is their opinion, okay? That's unconscious what? So if probably I'm going to do a CV and put a photo of mine with glasses, you see how the bias translates, okay? Yeah, so we are going to look at how do you craft a cover letter that eliminates that unconscious bias, but also leads you to an invitation to have a conversation with the employer, okay? Yes, next. So first of all, as we wait for that to be sorted out, when we talk about the CV, what comes into your mind? Someone just to, and you know, with adult learning, everything is right. No answer is wrong. What do you understand by a cover letter? When we talk about a cover letter, people, you wanted to say something. Yes.
To me, a cover letter is a summary of what I am and like what I do, okay, what represents me in summary.
Thank you so much. So, your cover letter is what defines you. Or is that first impression, like how we were seeing in those photos of different personalities and companies? And they have different names, but meaning the same thing. Someone was asking, what's the difference between a cover letter and application? They are the same. Others will say, we want you to submit your motivation what? Letter. But it is the same thing. Okay? Now, what is the purpose is the same of all those. Okay? And it is normally sent alongside with the CV. So the instruction would be, send in your cover letter together with your CV. Send in your motivation letter together with the resume. And then you think something is what? Very different. Okay? So we are going to quickly go through the structure. So it has, of course, the header. And there you have your address as the person applying for the job. But then you also have the address of the organization where you are sending. Okay? I will give you samples and templates for you to look on. Don't worry, writing and doing all that. But also we'll be doing practical sessions. Okay? Then of course it has the salutation where you have dear sir, dear madam. Okay? So now it's very important that you use names if you actually know those people. So if you know the hiring person within that organization, use their first names. Dear John, dear Thomas, dear Flavia. Okay? That's the salutation. But in case you don't know, then it's okay for you to say, dear the hiring manager. Dear the hiring team. Okay? So, that kind, like I said, it eliminates that unconscious bias. Okay? Then someone will say, dear sir, or actually someone will say, dear sir. But the person who is going to review it is a what? Madam. Maybe it gets biased. Or you say, dear madam, the person going to receive is a what? Is a sir. And he says, this person is calling me a different gender. Okay? Then, of course, the opening paragraph, we are going to see. That's the most important thing. Whether I am going to continue to read your cover letter or discard. Okay? That's where you grab their attention. Very, very important. And we'll look at examples. Okay? Then you'll also need to state your motivation for applying for that role. And then we have the mind body, which really connects, talks about your skills, what you bring, why you should be hired is in the mind body. And I think it has to align with your CV, like how you discuss about that. Then lastly, you have the closing paragraph, and this has to do mainly with your energies. Okay, as you conclude, how is your tone and energies are like? But also the call to action. Okay, and we are going to look at those examples. Then, so I have already talked about that, but maybe we can look at the examples at the first paragraph, the opening paragraph. So, for example, you saw the job where? Where did you see the job? Huh? Where did you see the job you are going to apply for? Members, that energy, that energy, I might decide I end with you today. Yes, nice.
I might have met it on the LinkedIn.
Very good. So that's why it is important for you to understand tools where you find these opportunities. LinkedIn. My current job I found it on LinkedIn. And I must tell you, I did compete favorably, not knowing anyone there. Where else do you get? Now let me pick randomly.
There's another hand there. Where? There, at the back.
Newspapers. How many of you interact?
There's one here.
With those newspapers? Where? I'm coming for all of you, yes. Where else?
The source, from the adverts, maybe from the radio or from the TV.
Very important. Where else?
On posters.
Posters. Where else?
From a friend.
Friends. Those social media, WhatsApp. He sends you, there is this. Where else?
A WhatsApp channel.
WhatsApp. There are those WhatsApp job channels. Where else?
From the organization notes board.
Organizational notes board. I got a job from a notes board, which actually it was my first job. So, consequent upon your advertisement for the position, what's that position? You mention, okay? And you can indicate where, okay? This simply tells them you are following them. They are, like now I was seeing WiTU has advertised for positions. How many of you are aware? You see? So, but if you were following their social media channels, you will have known that there are those opportunities. So it gets the employer really to see that you follow them, the interest and the enthusiasm. Okay? I hereby express my interest. Working, that organization, you cherish it, you want to be there. Okay? Next. So you can use all those as your opening, okay, statement. They can be helpful. I'll go to the next. You see, I am particularly drawn to working with this cherished organization and to this role. To, you are now talking about, you are embedding in what skills, what competence they are looking for in that person. Okay? So it's compelling, it catches someone and he feels he wants to continue reading your cover letter. Next. So the next paragraph I said is the body, which is the major one, and that deals you with understanding what the job requires, what the job advert requires of you. Okay? So we have a framework we use, and it's called STAR. Okay? STAR is about the situation, the task, action, and result to show impact. And the person who was working on taking you through the CV explained and articulated that clearly. She was telling you, other than saying you are a team player, what shows, if the job advert wants someone who is a team player, okay, then don't just say right and say I am a team player. All of us, we are team players. So what? Okay? But we are saying go an extra mile to identify when did you exhibit that ability, that skill of a team player. I am a team player. I helped the team or worked collaboratively in a team of 12 to do ABCD. Okay? And you quantify that result. Whether it is at 15% or, So please use that framework when you're analyzing the job. Pick what are the key skills, what are the key competencies that they want, and then apply that framework of STAR. Look at the situation in your experience, in your career journey, in your trainings, to align. Okay? Then, already like I said, they had mentioned that while highlighting, taking you through the CV, focus on your achievements, not just duties. What did you achieve? So this tells us what kind of person, what unique abilities you have over others. Okay? So the tip there is that right from the employer's perspective, how will you solve their problems? And I think Kaisha talked about that. What problem are you coming to solve? So put yourself into their shoes. Next. So that is really to do with the tone, that as you write, as you craft your cover letter, let the tone match the culture. It should be formal, friendly, mission driven. And I will give an example. Most of you, how many of you have a dream of the job that you want 10 years from now? How many of you have that? If just be honest. Thank you. and you are going to be that. Okay? So don't wake up and think that you are going to be in a position miraculously. That might happen, but you have to be deliberate. If you want to be an executive director, you have to work for it and dream about that job probably for 10 years. And you have to build those skills within that period. Okay? So, as you dream about it, you keep checking into the trends of such jobs. What are the key terms that go with it? You are a health worker, you don't know what are the trending issues in the health sector. You are into the agriculture, you don't know that now ecological farming methods are the ones trending. You are now thinking of crop what? Rotation. Something like that. I am not good at that, but I'm just giving an example. So that when you tone the language in your cover letter, it is aligning to those trends. Okay? How many of you have heard about the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals? You see? So I'm challenging you to go and read about all of them. All of them. So that if you are into technology and you are aligning your cover letter, how does it align to that SDG that talks about the thematic area you are into? Okay? Or what contribution are you trying to make towards that? So that's very, very important. Of course, keep the language very clear and positive. Okay? I've already talked about generalizing. Next. So the last one is closing. So basically you are reaffirming your enthusiasm. You are thanking them for considering the application or taking time to read it or review. You mention about your availability for the interviews, and like I said, you sign off. Okay? But we are saying make a very strong closing paragraph. Okay? I look forward working with you. I see this person is already seeing himself into that role. Okay? Next. But we have very many examples we can use. So the common mistakes really to avoid are the typing errors. And most of you have also fallen victim, and I lost a job opportunity because of that. Because you are rushing, you do copy and paste. So I will give an example. You had done your cover letter previously with which organization? Maybe with MasterCard. Okay? Now when WiTU advertises, you just copy, you post the body, and you forget the subject. So you are applying for the position of program officer, but the body is reading project what? Coordinator. I have seen those mistakes, many. Okay? So avoid that copy and paste bit. Then also avoid, much as I said, your CV needs to align with your cover letter, but avoid just replicating whatever is in the CV back to the cover letter. Then, of course, always do proofreading. It is very important. And I have issues. How many of you did chemistry? Chemistry in school. You know that when you miss a H, a 2 somewhere, then that's a different chemical. Okay? So, proofreading is as critical as that. So you have really to pay attention to details. Okay? You find someone is writing, but something is missing. For that one, I just say this person does not pay attention to details. So if I am reviewing, that's my comment. You're already out. You don't pay attention to details. So if I give you work that requires you surveillance 24/7, will you? Probably you may not. Okay? Don't make long paragraphs. Your cover page should be 1 page. Okay? Shouldn't exceed 1 page. 1 pager. And most organizations these days, they even tell you your cover letter should not exceed, should be a pager, 1 pager. Your CV should not exceed 3 pages. Okay? Much as other organizations use forms, use template, but like I said, the wording will always mean the same thing. They are saying you do a motivation and they want you to just fill into a form. But they are still talking about the cover letter. Next. Yeah. So do that final check. Like I said, does it fit on 1 pager? Have you used personalized greetings? And we have used examples. Have you used a strong opening and closing statement that captures interest? Is there a clear link between the skills and the roles in those job adverts? Okay. I think some of the previous speakers talked about the fonting, the spacing, the margin for Israel. Is it able to open the links? It's not. But don't worry, you'll have these slides with you. You will interact with them. And in case you have any question, you can always reach out. So that's, for example, that cover letter up there. Just go back. There was a recent advert with NSSF. And I was helping someone to align. So you'll see the job advert as together with the cover letter as aligned. Next. So, how many of you have heard about Sadhguru? Sadhguru? No one? Okay. So I'm again challenging you. You have internet. You are on internet every time, Googling. Google about him. Sadhguru. Google about him. You guys, you need to be aware of your environment. So why I like about what he says, and this is what he says. He says information is abundant. You know, now I've talked about Sadhguru. You are going to Google and there is a lot of information about him. Okay? And you are going to be educated and learn more about him that way. But he says what is most important is the inspiration. And that's why I came here to inspire you. That's why most of the mentors here are here to give inspiration to you guys. How many of you believe in luck? Luck. It's a good thing to believe in luck. But luck without preparation is a missed opportunity. Okay? So be inspired wherever in those spaces where you can find inspiration, reach out. And he says it's only the inspired human beings that can transform their own lives and the lives of those around them. Guys, you learn more by practicing these things. So whatever discussion we have here, if you don't go and practice, they remain here in the room. Then 10 years down the road, we meet on High Street because I stay here in Mbarara. I come every weekend. Then you say, I met you in Oxford. I say, I don't remember you. You tell me all your particulars. But you are still unemployed on the street. Simply because you are not practicing. So make a way forward out of this conversation for yourself. And asanteni sana. Over. I am done.
Yes.
Over you to Divine.
Thank you
in case there are
so much,
questions.
Gonzaga. Thank you, guys. Another round of applause. That was wonderful. I want us to use a few minutes to. I want one volunteer from 5 tables, because there are some people behind who came late, who have not said a word. We don't even know their names. We don't know if they are supposed to be here. Tell me your name if you came after we had already introduced ourselves. And I want you to volunteer. I'm not going to force you. Opportunity does not find that one who is forced. Tell me your name. Tell me your one takeaway from this presentation. Tell me your name, why you're here, and one takeaway from this presentation.
All right, thank you very much. I'm by names of Fiona Cantono. I'm a student at the same time, a mother. I'm a midwife by profession, but still I'm adding on more books like how they have encouraged us. One thing I've learned from the immediate session that you have just had is how to polish our CV letters. I'm one of the culprits. So from this, I think I'm going to polish the mistakes because I've already seen them. Thank you very much, Mr. Gonzaga. And I'm looking out for more help from you because I've seen my mistake where it is. Thank you very much. Nice meeting you all.
Oh, yes. So somebody else who has just come. I want to give chance to people from Nachi Valley. Did you get anything from this lovely gentleman, Mr. Gonzaga? Eh? At least you might have a representative. Should I just pick at random? Pardon? Anna, you want to say something? Please do.
Thank you so much. One word that to say is I've got to learn a lot. First of all, I didn't know how to write a cover letter and how, first of all, to write a CV. I've got to learn a little bit from Madam Annette. Madam Annette, if you are hearing me, thank you so much. I got an idea. And Mr. Gonzaga, I've got to know a little bit about cover letter. Before I didn't know, but I've gotten some ideas. I'm pretty sure that when I get home, I'll learn a lot. Thank you.
Okay. Are there other questions for Mr. Gonzaga? Are there those people who just came late after we had introduced ourselves? Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So I just wanted to conclude with a few things. One, I am leaving the youth bracket this year. So I'm graduating to MZA. But like I said, my promise is really to continue supporting the youth. So I have an initiative, TEDRI, Education Development and Research Initiative. We mentor children and youth. So in case there are opportunities you want to do internship, to be mentored, we can have that conversation, and you don't have to be physical because our programming models even allow virtual. We support mostly children that are out of school. Yesterday I was in one of the last mile communities. I met a boy of 7. I asked him, why are you not in school? He said, "Ebyo nyowe nkabiheza." Literally meaning, he's done with school at 7. And this is a potential young child that can thrive if given the opportunities. So we work with such to support them with life skills and ensure that they grow to their full potential. I also do consultancy. In case you have startups, young organizations that you want to build systems and their capacities, I do that. And if they are youth-led organization, I do that for free also. Yeah, so I just wanted to conclude with that and ask you guys to give flowers to WiTU for giving you this or giving us this platform. Yeah, over.
Thank you so much. Another round of applause for Mr. Gonzaga. Like I said, if you have any questions for him, make use of the notebooks that have been provided, and you can approach him since he will be here with us for the 2 days, right? Yeah, so we are going to have a simple icebreaker. I'm going to ask each one of us to stand up. So I'm going to be saying something and you do it, right? You just simply follow instructions, right? So if I say Sumaya says clap, you clap. But if I don't say Sumaya, do not do it, right? Are we together? Let's first do an example. Sumaya says clap. Sumaya says wave. Sumaya says sit. Stand. Okay, now that was like an example. You only do what I've told you to do, right? Okay, now we are going to be more rapid. So let's all stand. Are we ready? Yeah. Smile says clap. Smile says wave. Smile says sit. Stand. Now those who are standing, you're out of the game. You sit forever. So now we are all seated, right? Those who are standing, please don't engage again, right? I want to see those who are sharp. Okay, Smile says stand. Smile says sit. Smile says clap. Wave. Who did not wave? You be honest. So those who did not wave, stand up. All right, Smile says clap. Smile says touch your head. Wave. So these are the winners, right? Interesting. So now this shows that you are actually active. So we are now going to break out. You can see it. Thank you so much. So we are now going to break out into, different one-on-one sessions with some of these mentors that we have here so that you can engage with them in a smaller circle, right? So Divine is going to guide us on how we are going to break out into the different sessions.
Thank you so much, Sumaya, and thank you again, Gonzaga, for that wonderful session. Very, very useful. Yes, so
Ideally, on a normal day, I know people were expecting lunch at 1, but we are still a bit full from the boiled egg that we had at 10, 11. So as we wait for a confirmation from Maria and team, I'd like us to put some of the, you see, Gonzaga said we have to do, and do to become perfect. So let us use this time that we've been blessed with when we have the mentors here to do an exercise. So we have some flip charts. Stadia, if you can help, and Josephine. And let's have a mentor on every table. So we have Gonzaga there. Yes. We have, let's have each table should have a mentor. So you're going to move around a bit. You'll come back to your seats later. But I'd like us to do an exercise with your mentor on the do's and don'ts of CVs and cover letters. Yes, please. Can we move quickly? Let's have, if you have a mentor on your table, that's fine. If you don't have, move and find a mentor. If we have more than one mentor on a table, can we please kindly request that you move to another table? So while you're doing, so I want us to do, and it has to be a participant to write, not a mentor. The mentor is just going to observe. You're going to give me 3 don'ts of a CV and 3 do's. And then for a cover letter, if you're writing an application letter, what are the things, 3 things you should not do? And I want you to discuss. Remember, teamwork is one of the things you're going to do in a workplace. I want to see how you work as a team. I want to see who takes leadership. I want to see who is the one who disorganizes the group. That mentor is just there to observe as you discuss. Please, can we move? Do you have a mentor here? Or one of you has become a mentor? You don't have? There's a table here, mentors. Can we have someone here? You also don't have a mentor? Let's see how many mentors we have. Some of the tutors have to be mentors today. So can I have, where's Sumaya? Sumaya, please, join one of the tables. Yes. Please, you'll be the mentor for that table today. You're here. How many are you? Let's find you a mentor. You sit. Sit. Do you have a mentor here, Miriam? Perfect. We have a mentor, Annette, there. At the end there, who's a mentor? Josephine, you'll mentor that table. Polly, we have a mentor here. We have Polly here. Please sit. Yeah. Please, the mentor is not doing the homework. You are doing it, you guys. Discuss. Again, let me repeat the instructions. We have just covered some sessions. Introduction to the job market, CV, and cover letters. I want us to have to discuss 2 things. For a CV, what are the do's? What are 3 do's that make a good CV? What are 3 do not? So what are the things you should not do on your CV? 3. Then you go to cover letter. Gonzaga's session. What are the 3 good things you can do for your CV? 3 things you should not do in your CV. Discuss. So choose a team leader, choose a secretary, and they write. And there's going to be presentations. Because we also have to learn how to talk today. Talk. Don't just sit there. I must remember you next time and say, why am I remember you from the workshop? Otherwise, if you come here and sleep and go home, then you've wasted your time. Yeah? Just use the opportunity to speak. Okay? Who is the team leader here? Who has nominated herself? Please volunteer. They have, you see, they have seen a leader in you. Perfect. So the leader is not writing. The team leader is a team leader. The secretary is you have to divide duties. That's how you work as a team. Somebody else offered to write. Who thinks they have a nice handwriting? Yeah? Someone has offered. Perfect. So you have to come closer to the table. Just give us some space. I want to know your team. You have a team leader there? Do you have a mentor? No mentor? Josephine, you're mentoring this one? Okay, let me find you. Or I'll be your mentor, you guys. Do you have a mentor? Not yet. Where has everybody gone? Sorry. The teams that don't have mentors, be choosing your team leader and your secretary. Have you chosen? Who has volunteered as a team leader? You? Perfect. Teresa, you're not writing. You have to share tasks. Do you want to write? If you want to write, you can be the secretary. Eh? Then somebody else has to lead the team. Perfect. Who is the team leader here? Team leader? You're the chair? Who is the secretary? You? Perfect. Who is the team leader here? Chair. I want someone to nominate themselves. She's the secretary. Who is the team leader? Perfect. What's your name? Procy. So Procy is the chair. So you so the yes? Discuss what you just put bullets, Don't write long sentences. Good CV, short. 2 pages, like bullets, Then I just want to know that we have picked from this session. We don't want to sit here and not. Then you go to cover letter, What are the 3 things that you remember? You remember your many. So you tell us the good thing you learned about the CV. You write bullet point. Yeah. I'm bringing you a mentor. Yes, mentor. Also here in the mentor. Okay. So Maria is going to be your mentor for that day. As you discuss, she observes. If you have questions, ask her. Yeah? But she's not giving you answers. She's just listening. Charmaine, yeah. Hey, they don't have. Okay, you sit there. Hey, yeah. So this is Charmaine. You met her earlier. Yeah, this is the tutor. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. So as they discuss, you just observe. If they have questions, you can put them right. So we have, in the afternoon, we have Polly. I've just sent you. Miriam sent it to me. I forwarded to you.
What was she presenting?
She's presenting. But she told me, let me check my email. I was supposed to have forwarded you. Hey, start it off when you go. Do all the groups have mentors? Any group without a mentor? You all have mentors? Who is the mentor here? Oh, okay, Gonzaga. Okay. So we also have Sadia who will be moving around. Mentor here is who? Miriam. Okay. Okay. Okay, you're floated.
Sandra is going to ask her about tomorrow's program. For today, it is impossible.
Okay, so it's 1:31. Let us please spend only 5 more minutes. 5 minutes, and then we get 2 volunteers to tell us how their discussion went. 5 minutes. You're back. You need to go to a seat. Let me give you this one, Naya. This is for Maria. Have you registered? The morning, yeah? Because I was going to tell you I'm going to be doing it. How is Nativa? We really missed our event. What was the event we were supposed to have? We really missed it. The challenge was with OPM, but still, I don't think similar prioritized it.
Yeah, I talked, Dennis told me just they sent to him information. He needs to go back there now. Yeah.
And he never went back. So I don't think it was a priority for them. That's why we didn't have it. But we can plan it for some other time. Now, all right, that's enough time for the discussion. Let us have A volunteer. Which group is volunteering? I want to hear from the chairperson. If you're volunteering, wherever you've reached, that's okay. This is a continuous discussion. So you don't, it's not an exam, we don't have to finish. I'm very interested in hearing how the discussion has gone. If you agreed, if there are some new insights. Yes. Who is volunteering? Please let me have a group. Put up your hand. Yes, perfect. Thank you so much. And I'll ask the rest of the groups, let us now turn our attention. Our time for discussion is finished. Yes? Please let us give our ears.
It was good. Each and every member of the group participated, though we didn't introduce ourselves to each other. But at least each and everyone was able to give her views. So we started with the do's of a CV. And one of the points, we said it should be brief. And we are referring to our facilitator, Mr. Gonzaga, who told us that usually a CV should not exceed more than 3 pages. Then another point, we say that we should include relevant keywords from job specifications according to how they have written the letter to us. Another point should be accurate and up-to-date information. Don't include the information that was given like 2 years before. Then we said it should be within the job description. Most of the times when they are displaying the jobs, they give you the need of the job that you're going to apply for. So he said you should include what is within the job description, what I've told you they need within the job. We went to the don'ts of C, and one of the points we said we should avoid including pictures unless you're told to do so. Then we said we should avoid copy and paste, as we find is able to immediately understand it. Not first think of it, is able to immediately understand it. Not first think of the word, trying to looking for the meaning of that word. Another don't of a CV is to avoid using nicknames. You should always use your names. If I'm Charikunda Evelyn, let me write Charikunda Evelyn, not writing if you find the names are not corresponding. Then, secondly, we have the do's of a cover letter. We try to discuss, and we discussed that a cover letter should always be brief. Most of the times, a cover letter should not exceed 1 page. Another point, always use formal greetings. If it is a manager, good afternoon manager, to the manager. So that is another do of a cover letter. Another point, use professional language. When you're writing, make sure your language is professional, not just informal. Okay, thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much to Evelyn. Do you disagree with any of the points that she made from her group? No? Who else wants to volunteer? Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mama. What's your name again? Please remind me. What was your name again?
My name is Ruth Msimenta. Hello, everyone. Here are the don'ts of a cover letter. Number 1 is repetition of words. Don't keep repeating what you have wrote above and you bring it down. Another one is too long paragraphs. Make sure you avoid that, because as the person reading your cover letter just wants precise information, doesn't want to read and read, be direct. Then we have false information. Just because you want a job, you want to work, you're on pressure, you have been on a seat, don't fraud, don't give poor information, wrong information about you, because in time it will come. It will come to you, yeah. You have to summarize and you have to give the right information, be true about yourself, because you put teamwork and you reach there, you find you don't like working in a team, it will come back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this group, for your contribution to that. We'll come back to that.
I'm not mistaken. Yes, again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are we? Yes, thank you so much, Sumaya, for the brief introduction. Again, my name is Kawabito Miriam. I'm so excited to be in this room because I'm seeing great women and great men, not to be segregative, yeah? Yes, I've already mentioned, my name is Kawabito Miriam. Briefly about myself, I am an entrepreneur enthusiast. Yes, I love so much to be in spaces where people are entrepreneurial mindset. I love innovation. I love teaching. And in this aspect, I love training. I've done a few trainings with Educate Uganda, like she had mentioned. I've also chanced doing some trainings and workshops with Masticob's project. And so spaces with young people are really exciting for me. And I love it because there's always so much mutual learning from one another. Me standing here does not mean I know it all. It means I've come here just to facilitate learning from one another, right? Yes, and so as we go through this session, I want you to be fully attentive, and it's you that is going to make your session good or bad. So I'm calling for maximum participation and engagement, right? Yes, this afternoon, I'm going to take us through a session that is on interview skills, yeah? Please turn to your neighbor and tell them interview skills. Interview skills. That's exactly what we're going to talk about. Now, by show of hand, I want someone to tell us before we do that, how many of us want to be employed? How many of us want to be employed? Like work for someone else or an organization or something. How many? You guys, this whole room is seeing you and there are potential employers here. So when you don't raise your hand, you're proving that you don't want a job, yeah? He's standing to watch. So how many of us want to be employed? All right, thank you so much. Your hands down. How many of us want to be self-employed? Oh, you're so many. That's amazing. Yes. And again, how many of us want to employ others? All of us, ideally. Yes? All right. So, why am I asking this? I'm asking this because all of us, at one point, are going to encounter an interview, either as an employer or an employee, yeah? And how many of us are still in school? Yes. And I want to assume that the rest of us are done with school. Now, those who are still in school, you have a very high advantage, you having attended this session. If you can leave this place and implement everything we have discussed here, trust me, you won't find it as a hassle as other people who have not been here, right? Yes, but then even those that have not or are done with school, it's never too late. We can always start from where we are, yeah? Yes. Now, interview skills is what we're going to talk about. And you could wonder why I asked why some people would want to be employed, and then others want to be self-employed. Please, the next slide. Yes. Why is it important for us to have this conversation? Yes? It's important for us to have this conversation because today I was looking on the internet, and about 150,000 graduates are let out every year throughout the universities, yeah? 150,000, yes? That means in this room, I would say if all of us have a degree and 50 of us have the same degree, that means if there is an advert that is ushered out, 50 of us are going to qualify. Yes? Are we together? We are all going to be qualifying. But then, besides the qualification, there's something else that has to come out of us. Yeah? And how we present ourselves is very important. And that's why we are having this conversation. Besides the qualification, besides the degree, besides the skills that you have, yes, you can deliver. Are you able to present yourself and prove yourself worth being given that opportunity? A thumbs up if we are together. Have we understood why we are having this conversation? Yes. And what do employers look for when they are holding these interviews? Number one, employers are looking for our attitude, yes? All of us have different attitudes. And our attitudes are portrayed differently. And the way you portray yourself is going to prove whether you're worthy working with or not, yes? If I would give us an example, there are people who say, I'm short-tempered, so you don't get on my nerve, yeah? You're going to get into an interview, and they're going to ask you questions and squeeze you to the wall, and then you're going to feel like you're so dumb, you don't know anything. But they're not squeezing you because they don't want you to get the job. They want to see what attitude you have. Do you have a learning attitude? Can you admit when you do not know something so that you're able to learn? Are we together? And if you have a very, very positive attitude, they can learn from there, from the way you present yourself. Secondly is, employers want to understand if we are good at communication. An interview, remember from what we had in the morning, we understood writing a resume. We went to writing a cover letter. Now imagine all your employers that you are applying to have already got all those documents. They've even got your transcripts and they know you have a first-class degree. Now, besides you having that first-class degree and writing a very compelling resume or CV about yourself, can you present yourself well? Can you speak about yourself confidently? Yeah? And in that, think about everything that we talked about. Are you able to speak formally without you having to include those jargons we are always using within our circles? Yeah? And that calls us to being attentive to ourselves we should be, at this age, we are growing up and we are not growing any younger. We should be intentional about the language we use. Because the language we use will in some way creep in somewhere where you do not intend to have it spoken, yeah? Yes, so it's very important for us to understand how we communicate because that is going to give a first impression to the people that are going to interview us for any opportunity. The third thing is they're looking for professionalism, yeah? In the interviews, the employers are looking for how professional you are. You've already written about yourself and what you're capable of doing, what you've done before and the results you've given in. But now, when we actually interact with you, can you prove that professionalism? Talk about dress code. Can you present yourself in a way that really shows that you respect others? Imagine you're on a panel and someone comes in with a very skimpy skirt. Yeah? What does that give as a first impression? Yes? What does it give? What do you think? I can't repeat what she has said, but that is exactly what is going to come to the employer's mind. Now put dress code aside, yeah? How you communicate goes back to, still in professionalism, there is communication. How are you communicating? You don't enter and you just tell people hi, because you're entering a panel, and you're greeting them with a hi. Maybe it is, but it's not professional, yeah? Greet them formally. We know formal greetings, yeah? One formal greeting. Good morning. If it's a morning, greet them good morning, yeah? If it's an afternoon, say good afternoon, good evening. It's very okay and very professional. It shows that you respect people and you understand the value that they have. And so working with you is going to be an easy thing. Are we together? Yes. And lastly, an interview is a chance for you to express your confidence, to show off your confidence. Yeah? However compelling your CV is, however perfect your letter is, if you are not confident, no one is going to work with you. Yeah? No one is going to work with you. No one wants to work with someone who cannot express themselves. Now, confidence goes to a lot of things. With time, we are going to understand it because it's later that it's still on in our conversation. Next slide, please. Yes. What do we want to live with throughout after this session? Number one, we want to understand the common interview questions and how to answer them effectively. Yeah? Please take note. By the end of this session, we want to have key questions that we can expect going for any interview and how we can effectively answer it. Second, we're going to recognize the role of non-verbal communication in shaping our first impressions. Yeah? Before you actually speak to someone, there's something they're going to read of you. Now, it will be up to you to prove whether they've made of you is right or wrong. The interview time is what is going to give you an opportunity to prove yourself right or wrong, yeah? And we're also going to learn practical ways to build confidence and present ourselves as competent, reliable, and enthusiastic candidates, yeah? And our session will end with a mock interview that we shall all participate in. Next slide. Please don't worry, it's not going to be a hard one. Yes, now we want to dive into the common interview questions. Next slide. Why are we talking about the common interview questions? There are going to be different jobs, there are going to be different companies, they're going to require different skills, but there are always going to be that common questions that will get you off, even when you have the right skills for that job, yeah? But today we want to understand those questions, those common questions, so that when you are practicing for your interview, at least you have those top 5 questions that are going to be, that you're going to show off with a lot of ease, yeah? And the rest of the things, you can figure them out later. Yes. Why does this matter? You're not going to find so many strange questions. Now, whatever has ever happened on this earth is going to be repeated again. You're not going to go to an interview where they're going to ask you questions that are from planet Mars. They're always the same questions and requiring the same things. It's just that we never give them attention and we never even think that it's important for us to understand them, and then we can be able to pull off those opportunities, yeah? Yes. So it's important for us to have this conversation because it's always the same questions. And secondly, it's just checking how you clearly think. These are common things, but can you think them with a lot of ease and present yourself so easily? And then also, these questions are to check if you fit the organizations that you are applying to. Are we together? They are the same questions, but they just want to understand, are you fit for this space? That's why they're common questions. And the same way we said that we tailor our CVs and our letters to the different organizations, it's the same. Same questions, but just tailoring your responses to the same what? To the different organizations that you're applying for. Are we together? Clap once if you've understood up to where we are. Guys, I said clap once if you've understood up to where we are. Some people have not clapped. Clap once if we are together up to here. All right, next slide. Yes, the very first question that we are ever always going to meet is, tell us about yourself. Yeah? Are we together? Ask your neighbor, tell me about yourself. I'm giving you 1 minute to tell your neighbor about yourself. Tell your neighbor about yourself. Our 1 minute is done. I want someone to tell us what their neighbor told them about themselves. Who can share what their neighbor told them about themselves? Let me give this one close to us. Guys, let's be attentive and listen to what, imagine this was an employer that you were telling about yourself and this is the response. You're telling us about what your neighbor said.
She has told me that she's called Rona at Moinjize, and she works with, she's a CEO of her own company of perfumes, and she's also a digital marketeer. Yes.
Let's give a hand of applause to her. Any other person? Yes, this is going to be the last one.
She has told me that she's called Mori. She's a student at Bishop Stewart doing bachelor's in business and administration. Also a student at WiTU doing digital marketing.
Let's give her 5 tweets. Do we know tweets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go? Yes. So these two people have introduced them. They have talked about themselves to their neighbors, yeah? And there's something to learn from both of them. Now, she is a CEO and she told her neighbor about herself, yes? She is also a student and she talked about herself. Now, when we were starting, I asked how many want to employ themselves, how many want to work for other people. Now, the example she has given, I want us to understand something from it, yeah? She has talked about herself, she has talked about her business, and she has talked about, what else? She's also a digital marketeer. But from the 1 minute that she has talked about herself, at least you can know what she does, yes? Again, Madame Divine in the morning, before we broke off for lunch, was telling us that none of us is exception of an interview. You may not go to a panel to be asked questions, but at some point you have to sell yourself through an interview. Now the interview may not be question answer session, but can you pitch yourself and what you do? She talked about her business and then she talked about what she does. That's enough for someone who is really interested in buying her product, yeah? It's also enough for someone who is looking for a digital marketeer to spot her and take her on for what? For what? For an opportunity. Are we together? Same for her. She did a good job. Guys, let's give a clap to all of them. Yes, but now back to our interviews for work opportunities. Next slide, please. Yes. One thing, we need to understand the purpose for the different questions that they ask in an interview, yeah? When they ask you to tell them about yourself, what are they looking for? Number one, they want to understand your background and how it connects to the role that you're applying to. Are we together? What's your background? You went to school, what did you do in school? Have you had an experience to work? What did you do and how does it relate or help you to fit in the role that you're applying for? Are we together? I'll give you an example. Before we do that, the best thing to do in that aspect is keep it professional and concise. Don't talk a lot about yourself, yeah? Don't talk about your hobbies. Don't talk about where you come from, the village you come from. Don't talk about your parents. It's not relevant, yeah? You must keep it professional and concise. Again, we've talked about talking about your education. What have you done in school? If there is need for you to put it there. What are the relevant skills that you have relating to that role that you're applying for? And then, do you have any achievements that are related to what you are applying for? Yes? Those are the things that they are looking for. Next slide. Yes, an example. Maybe it's me that they are asking to talk about myself. I am a business administration graduate with an experience in project coordination and administrative support. In my recent role, now that talks about my education background, the first statement. Are we together? Now, the second statement or sentence, in my recent role at MAST, I managed event logistics, coordinated communication, and maintained accurate project records. I enjoy working in organized environments, and I'm passionate about delivering effective administrative support. Do we hear that? Is it not convincing for someone who really is looking for a business administrator? Yes? Because it's giving them what you did in school, it's giving them an experience that you've worked with, you've worked somewhere and you obtained some skills, and then there's something that you can bring at their table. Are we together? Yeah? Yes. Next slide, please. Yes. The next question. Please don't forget, we are looking at the common questions. The common questions that you can always encounter in an interview, yeah? Our second question is, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Now, the truth is we cannot shy away from the fact that we all have strengths and weaknesses, yeah? We want to glorify ourselves in our strength, but we do not want to show our weaknesses, which is very okay and human, yeah? But it's also important because it helps other people to understand us and work with us effectively, yeah? Being weak does not mean that you cannot perform, but understanding your weakness and being able to work with it is what is very important. Are we together? Yes. Now, what are they looking for when they ask you for your strengths and weaknesses? Number one, they want to see if you're aware of yourself. Do you know your weaknesses? It's easier to work with someone who understands themselves than someone who does not understand themselves, because it's going to be hard to work with you. Where someone will see a weakness, you're seeing vulnerability. No one wants to work with someone who is vulnerable all the time. But when you understand your weakness, it also enables other people to effectively work with you. And so, they're looking for your self-awareness, and they're also looking for your honesty. Please never stand out there and tell people that for you have no weakness. You're not perfect, yeah? You are not. So, I want to task you today when you go back home, please try to identify a weakness that you have, but a weakness that is a work in progress. You should understand it and know how it affects you while you work with other people, and then also find ways of how you can do what? You can improve it. Are we together? Yes. What's the best approach for this? Number one, for strength, please make sure that you align the strength that you're identifying aligns with the job requirement. Are we together? It should be that contributes to the organization that you are intending to work with, or you are applying with. And for the weakness, let it be a real one. Don't fake. You can think that you're faking a weakness to call for sympathy. It does not work like that. If you're looking for sympathy, Kaitesi told you, you're not going to grow, because sympathy is not what people are looking for. They're looking for people who are looking for growth. And with your weakness, it's possible to work on it and become a better person. And so, pick a real one and show that you are working to improve it. Are we together? Next slide. Yes, an example for this particular one is number one. This is real to me, by the way. They've asked me what is my strength or my weakness. Number one of my strengths is strong organizational skills. I can manage multiple tasks and deadlines without losing track of details. A weakness I'm working on is public speaking. But I have joined group discussions and taken facilitation opportunities to improve my confidence. Guys, that's me, eh? It's not a lie. Are we together? Yes. I've never been a public speaker. And it's not something that easily comes to me. But when I stand here and I've not told you, you may not recognize it. Yes? And what have I done? I've made sure that I joined any opportunity where there is speaking. You're going to find me there. If we're on this table and they ask who can speak on our behalf, I'm going to raise my hand. Yeah? Why? I'm working on my weakness. Are we together? So today, look at yourself, think about yourself, and identify a weakness that you think can help you if you actually worked on it, and it can give you great opportunities. Are we together? Yes. That's it with our second question. We talked about the first one, and what was it? What was our first common question? Tell me about yourself. What are they looking for? Yes, they are looking for your background, they are looking for your experience and how all those contribute to the role that you're applying for. The second one was? What are your strengths and your weaknesses? And what are they looking for? Yes? They're looking for your honesty and what else? And self-awareness. Are we together? Yes. Next slide. Yes. The third question that we can talk about is, why do you want to work here? Why do you want to work here? It does not matter which organization that it is, but in case you encountered such a question, what are they looking for? They want to see if you researched on the company and you are motivated. In the morning when they were talking about the resumes and then the cover letters, they emphasized you making thorough research about the organizations that you are writing to, yeah? Now, it's not changing. It's going to be the same even for the interviews. You're not going to... Now, it's actually a common mistake that happens. You can apply at an organization in January this year, and then they'll call you in July. That's mid-year, yeah? Now, if you... Chances are high that you even forgot that you applied to that organization, yeah? But now I want to tell you that if it does not matter how long it takes from the time you applied to the time they called you, the day they give you that call and ask you to come for interviews, please go back. Go back and make the thorough research afresh. Are we together? Because in between the time you applied and the time they've called you, quite a lot of things could have changed. Yeah? You could bank on the information you researched earlier on when it's not relevant now. Now you need to go back and do your research afresh so that when you're going into this interview, you have fresh information about the organization. Are we together? And so when they ask you why you want to work with that organization, they want to see if you actually